Okay, now this is a land patent from William H. Early. You know I have the last name Early, right? So I want to like walk people along and kind of get people to figuring out like how you can start a process in court in order to get land back instead of paying money to buy a house. Now it says right here, right? William H. Early and to his heirs. Thereunto belonging unto the said William H. Early and to his heirs and assigns forever. Some of these are military warrants. Okay? I don't think this is a military warrant, but it's a land patent, right? And it hasn't been canceled. There are no general remarks. Now walk down here with me for a second. You can buy this land patent if you need to. It's only like $2. Okay, you can see it's in Kansas. Wakeney is in Kansas. 160 acres. Now you can see the meridian, the township, the range, the section, the subdivision. Now walk over here with me for a second. We're looking for, let's see, 13 township. Okay. I want to say, okay, 190. Okay, 190 West. Okay, we'll just use this for example, right? 6 Meridian. Okay, it's lining up, right? Section 14. It's lining up, right? Now look. Say if you want to buy a house and you want to attach a land patent to it and you want to talk to a real estate attorney. A real estate attorney, right? Because the realtors, it's their job to ignore anything that you say. Because it's mostly white people that's benefiting off our ignorance, right? They don't want to tell you that you have land out there, right? That you can claim through a probate process as little as a year. Now look at this. Let's just say we want to find land along this avenue, right? Catherine Road. Say we want to find land. And say like this is it, right? Um, this is it, right? Now this is what I found, right? I typed in Yosemite Hayes, Kansas. And this is what I found that they had. And you never know, right? Some of these properties, right? These houses can be sitting on the very land that you're looking at on this website from this coordinates. So I went over here. I talked to the guy. I talked to the real estate agent, right, for this property. He just he just deferred me. He was like, "Hey man, you gotta." He was like, "Hey, you gotta talk to a real estate attorney about that. I don't know what to do. I've never dealt with this before. You know, of course they know more about this type of stuff, but they don't want to let you know what exactly they're up to, right? Now you see all of this, right? This is just a house. If it sits on the land, right, the house belongs to you because you're heir. And you can prove through descent that you're heir because you have the last name, right? All you gotta do is pull out some census records, you know, let's see who is who, right? So I want people to know like how easy it is to find land that you're owed. It could be 160 acres, 1,000 acres, however much. It could be benefits attached to it, like it may be all you want to land or something like that, or you never know. But it just goes to show you this website right here, Bureau of Land Management. This is what you need if you're trying to find land that's owed to you. And of course, Ancestry.com, right? They got the records and everything. So all you got to do is just look, and I'm going to upload these patents to my document finder on Ancestry. Like you can look this stuff up, right? And easily find out like what land is owed to who. You can easily find out. Just type your last name right here. You type your last name in, right? It's going to be a whole bunch of people pop up, right? Your relatives from like early 1800s. Their names are going to pop up, right? Take that information, and start doing some searching on who is who. Like start finding a search. You gotta find out that it's people who's on this land right here, right? The house may be vacant. It may be under the control of a realtor, right? For a bank or something like that. No one's claiming the house. And you wonder like why there's so many houses that are vacant, right? Because we haven't claimed the houses. We haven't claimed the land, so we can't occupy them. It's so much land out here that no one is using, and you wonder why no one is using it. It's because we haven't went through the court processes. And if the courts are noticing like, okay, they're not claiming this land, they're going to declare us dead. They're not claiming the land. They're going to declare us dead and void. And they're going to administrate over our course because we got to know this stuff. They're going to administrate over our recess. So we got to know this stuff. Look at how much this is worth. Do you imagine, like, you get this type of land, from their point on, you don't go back to a realtor and say you want to sell it. You don't do that. You keep the land. You keep the land and you ignore every process that you got to pay property tax. Hey, I got this land patent right here. This don't say nothing about it. I got to pay taxes. So you literally are like, all you got to do is, if you have no money, sign up for EBT. Live on this land. Get a pickup truck. Find every way you have to do in order to maintain this property. If you want to tear down this property, that's fine. Upkeep the land. Upkeep the land. Plant food, plant trees. Listen, I'm telling you, like, they really got us, man, when they really figured out we were not paying attention to the Bureau of Land Management. Like, literally, when you think of these reservations where these Indians are on and stuff like that, you see how they get us to pay to go to their casinos and stuff like that to pay them. They're sitting on some of our land. These Native Americans, they're sitting on some of our lands. I'm just looking at the last names and stuff like that. I'm just like, these have to be black people. Like, who has these last names today? Who has these last names today? Every last name that I can search in my genealogy, I can find it on this website. Every last one of them. And it's so cold, right? They got document ID to it. They got the authority over it, right? And they got more stuff like, you know, who's transferred the patents and stuff like that, right? So I'm telling you, like, this all you got to pay attention to his heirs and the sign forever. Contact a real estate attorney, see what they talking about. If they can't help you, start a probate process and claim the land through there. That's the only issue that we have, is that we don't know how to start cases in court. That's the only issue that we have. We don't know how to start cases in court. That's the only issue that we have. If we knew how to start cases in court, we'll be good to go. That's the only issue we're having. That's the only issue we're having. So this house right here, this house is somewhere in this area. I don't have the coordinates on the house, but it's somewhere in this area, right? Because right, it say right here, Hayes. The house is somewhere in this area. And you see how it's gridded off, right? You could just be like, this entire area was the Washita, or this entire area was the Yokomenta, or this entire area was the Hayes. Like, it could have been anything, right? Formally. And that's how you know that, they've stolen your land. And once you just need one heir to speak up, right? That can document proof through a birth certificate or anything that say that that's your last name and that's your family crest. You good to go. You're good to go. So they can't stop us, man. They cannot stop us. Great peace, Yaakov.